What's going on, guys? We are back here in the studio, just hanging out. We're going to turn that off for a second so we can get a little bit of conversing in before we get started. Today should be a pretty mellow episode. I am just sitting in the studio kind of working on projects as always and trying to get some stuff done. Unfortunately, I didn't get the sanding done yet, so I can't really even start working on the board. I can kind of give it a quick draw over, but I don't know if I want to sand on stream. It's kind of boring. Unless you really want to listen to some ASMR streaming sanding going on. I doubt that's what we want to be doing on the stream. But we do have the orangutans still to work on. I would like to get those finished up as I continue to add more, just more ink to it, really, basically. Trying to get a little bit more depth to it and just work a few things out. So I'll continue working on the orangutan, and then I'll probably end up trying to work on the kangaroo at some point. I don't know how I'm going to pull that off, but maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll just do a sketch or continue working on the idea. Maybe get the tracing paper down and get that ready to be transferred. And yeah, that's going to be the episode for today. So hang out. I'm just going to be listening to some non-copyright music and just kind of taking questions and trying to experiment with these markers, really. And I'm going to be doing it all live. Lucky you. So tune on in and hang out with me. I'll just be here doing that. So let's jump over into the studio. I'm going to turn on the jams. All right, meow. There we go. Hoping everything is working. Let's make sure all mic levels are working. Looks good. Looks good. Looks like everything's up and running. All right. First things first, we gotta clean off the desk. Get the desk cleaned off. Some of these markers I still need because I'm working on the orangutan, but I'm also going to work on getting those cleaned up. Over. Here's our test sheet for our white paper. So if you're just joining us, or if you're just joining me, this is the plan. I guess there's no us and I. It's always been just me. For as long as I can remember now. Which is an interesting statement, right? Like, as you get older, you start forgetting more and more, so it's like time doesn't really exist. It's just there for that moment, then it disappears. We'll do anything to hold on to it so we can remember it. We'll record it, we'll film it, because this actually doesn't exist, just passing by. And then one day we'll all be dead. Fun. Anyways, gonna continue working here. We got our Joey over here that I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with. But let's continue on with our orangutans and let's try to get a little bit more of this all done. I don't know why. I have a knife on my desk. Spread out the four so we can see them all at once. far as detail. Still, it's got to go to the photo paper, and you lose detail as the paper gets thinner. The thicker the paper, the better the detail. The blend's not as good though. I think you have to get a lot more ink to get the blend to be right. I tried, but it's nothing like this blend. This blend is much more like watercolored style, but also you have like no definition here. Anyways, we're gonna jump in and do a little bit more brown here. Let's figure out what brown we're gonna use. I should actually do the trees, like finish up these trees, because they're gonna be thin, but not quite this thin. So one at a time. Man, I've had such a headache all day. If I wasn't working, I'd just be sleeping. So I may as well be productive while I'm here. I wish I didn't have so much stuff on my desk, but it's just the way it's going right now. Hard to see. I had a perfect little jar for these when I worked with these. Which I might grab again. Is this the cinnamon? Yeah. Give trees a little bit more meat. So if you wanted to go behind something, you can't draw through it. That look better? Yeah, I'm gonna really have to like draw this orangutan a lot better. Think I'm gonna get better at drawing orangutan since I have to do it 4 times? Probably not. I'm a very slow learner. Mainly because I'm stubborn and I refuse to like take the time to like do any research. I mean, this is probably the most research that I do on this channel, and I've literally had to build an entire stream in order to get myself to sit down long enough to work on my hobby. Which is crazy. It's crazy, but keeps me busy, I guess. When you're busy, you don't have time to be lonely, so that's also a plus. Or a weird band-aid, but whatever. I'll take it. Okay. Oops. I feel like there needs to be a branch coming in this way along there. Can't get better if you don't practice. Practice is so hard to do. Practice is just a lot of failure. Like very little growth. Well, hopefully a lot of growth. But as of now, I'm not feeling it. This is on the plain paper, by the way. I guess I don't have to be drawing way up there. I can take it down and move these over. No, I can't. And I can't draw it on top of these because then it'll destroy them. So kind of do have to draw it in its space. There's just no good place to put these. Oh, and we're getting the microphone in shot. Great. Who's watching everything? Who's my producer? I really like it. I like it. So I kind of wanted this one in front, but coming out from the tree. I feel like this needs to be much thicker if I want it to like support the branch that is coming out here. I don't know why I drew that branch so weird. Gave it a darker background. I don't know if that was good or bad. Doesn't look great. I like to find those trees a lot better. So they're not these like spindly little tiny trees. Alright, we're gonna move on to the photo paper because I think we've gotten what we want out of those trees. Move that one down. Move this one over. Here we go again. I want it in front. I gotta definitely draw it in behind. So again, this is photo paper. What I just drew on was, drawing on was just recycled copy paper. There's just not as much going on with this one. This other one is like a lot going on. I'll add. There's like this really weird branch. There's so many branches coming out of this little area. Maybe more realistic if a branch was coming up out of this way. Not sure what I should have done.
the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card,
At the
earn
Wells-
unlimited
oh,
2%
man,
cash
I made
back
me
on
make
purchases
that
you
thing
want, like dance
super
lessons.
fat, and I didn't mean to.
And on what you need, like
I
memory
won't
foam
be able to
inserts.
find it.
That's real life ready. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Terms apply.
Okay. See what I did there? I made it way too fat. This color's like lighter. Pretty weird. Okay. I'm doing good. I'm just kind of moving through. I'm not gonna lie, this music's kind of bumming me out. Anything better? Pretty sure it's all the same. Let's try this one. Alright. Here we go. It's a different brand. Not much of a difference. These branches, in all honesty, are a little bit more droopy than they are sharp. So maybe I should go for that look. The trunks are kind of weird looking. But the branches are usually kind of droopy looking because they're holding a weight of a lot of branches. So I think maybe in order to give us a better look, we're just gonna try it just to see what it looks like. Like these can have little branches coming off of it. That's what holds up all the leaves. Can't be a branch if there's no branch to connect it to. Yeah, maybe something more like that. I don't know. straight. They need to wobble a bit more. Look more like real branches. No branch just goes like straight. Looks unnatural. Like this should be like even more realistic look. They do taper though, so like that's like the big important part when you're drawing a branch. No branch really gets bigger towards the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get branches that get huge at the end, so you gotta taper a little bit. So I might want to give this just a little bit more, just because what did I say? No branches are completely straight. Put some character. Just remember to taper. It's not going to be a great picture. Okay. It's 3 down. That I've fixed the trees. They're all a little different. I don't do a great job copying things, as we can plainly see. Trees are hard to copy exactly though, because you know. Whew. Staring at the same picture. I don't know how I'm going to do this orangutan in the middle. But I guess we'll get to that eventually. There we go. So I thickened up all the branches. That's great. Now, I need to find myself a color to continue on. Because what we were using was apricot, but apricot I think is too light for our orangutan. I think we need to add some orangish red though. But I don't think I should. I need a brownish red. I don't see any of my browns here. Oh, here they are. What is this one? Ginger. Let's see what ginger looks like. I don't exactly know what we're doing here. Let me see something real quick. I need to. Oh, come on. Here's our original image. I don't have a color image, so this might be a little bit difficult. I just don't know what I'm trying to add to them. Darker areas. Like, what color is his face? You know, like that's what I'm really gonna have to be looking for. Right now, let's go to split screen. Let's go to orangutans. You know, their faces are pretty much black or gray. Like in reality, it's gray. If I wanted to say it was a color, that's what color I have to see it is. This marker, this pen tip is too small for what I'm doing here. So a little bit of shading here, just while I'm here, because I can. Gray, which means that feet as well. I'm going to color gray. I mean, and in reality, then the skin, all the skin is gray. fix that coral. Pumpkin. I don't see coral. Where are you? Yeah, it's beryllium. Is this one coral? Yeah, this is coral. Just trying to put a little extra texture in there to see if I can get that line to smooth out a little bit. Maybe look more like clouds. And the hair is like an orange brown. But that's like the cinnamon that I was using for the tree. I would think would be that orange brown. Ginger. It's alright. It's decent. Okay, I'm gonna do some really fine details. I'm gonna zoom everyone in so we can kind of watch this happen as I add hair. I really wish I could add hair the other way, like turning the page. I really shouldn't have put him on an orange sky. I should have put him on a blue sky. Not much about this project is great. Probably should have planned it a little bit better. Since orangutans are orange. By nature. Is a pretty poor choice in should give it some like light around his arms. It's gonna be pretty dark in the centers. It is really nice being able to get really fine lines in. I just wish I knew a little bit more about alcohol markers. Probably color and all sorts of other things. This is just going to turn into a blob of brown. beard actually comes out this way. In the photo. All the hair seems pretty dark. Let's put the inside of the leg here. Oh, I see. This leg is really weird. But I can look at it. It's fine. I don't think I can do this without. Somewhat tracing it. That vine needs to be a bright color, I think. Or a really dark color. I don't know. That face has got to change. And I think we're going to have to go black. But let's not go too drastic. I mean, this is pretty. Let's get a little bit darker though. Try to add a little bit more detail here. And what we have. Oof. My orangutan does not look good. He does not look healthy. He looks like he's from part of the rainforest that is being polluted by toxins. But at least I have a lot of different ones to mess up on. I mean, it's starting to gain shape, I guess. Catching my sleeve on it and moving it. texture. The more I do, the more I don't like it. It's alright. It's like most things. I do want to make this vine, bright green vine. It's freshy. Weird how much these colors change from like even from the front to the back like that is completely a different color. Then the light yellow that like this is pretty light. Gotta learn how to highlight. Need to learn some shading techniques. Need to learn all sorts of things. Just feel like the light's coming from the back. So much work to be done. I do things to make me money. There's just more face here. just don't know what I'm doing wrong. Red? Let's try the photo paper. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's been a long week. Ooh. I'm a bit tired. I feel like this one's not gonna look better with time. Yeah, it's a better face overall. that's not working. That's for do you think if I like really just sat here and like colored this, I could get a really nice smooth color? Let's see if I can smooth that out a little bit where we're getting like we get one solid color. Oh yeah, we can. Which is kind of nice. Feel smooth colors, just blending that's not really happening. You definitely even out. Color. It looks much better, you know? Oh. Okay, faces went gray. Wasn't really supposed to happen, but since that happened, I kind of want to try to fix this orange right here. And in the meantime, try to see if I can do a little bit of blending. I seem to be able to like color correct a little bit. But the blending option is just not happening. This paper is just really interesting to draw on. I feel like alcohol markers and photo paper is like barrel color pencils and regular paper where you can kind of do a pretty good job. I mean, it looks a little bit shaded, like it's blended, but not very well. Okay, let's continue on. I need the light gray. Oh, I need that yellow. What yellow is that? That's not Tuscan, it's not Bumblebee, it's Sunflower. Same with this. You can definitely get it to like a very solid color. You gotta work at it a little bit. Get that saturation up. And then you can kinda get it to be one solid color. If you chose to, you ended up doing a project on this type of paper in these types of conditions. I would not suggest it though. I would not suggest. I would make life easier on yourself. Choose different projects. I need to really practice drawing off stream so that like I can be impressive. What's impressive though is I'm still trying it. I'm so terrible at it. I feel like that's impressive. If you have determination. Alright, let's get that cinnamon in there. Or the ginger. Like, there's our other one. I like the shading on this better already. That's because I'm actually using it as shading instead of using it as for texture. just don't know how to shade that part. There's just so much brown. Really help if I was using like a real reference with color in it. This guy's beard is be longer than the other guy's beard. Just 'cause it's funny. How am I feeling about that one? Meh. Definitely not as dark as our other one. Still very Day of the Dead-ish. Skull issues. Oh. It's two. I didn't like. Can't tell what's going on there. Is it getting more dark? Is it getting less dark? It's too dark now. And do a little blending on this photo paper. Definitely giving me a better gray shade. It's coloring it all in. Yeah. It's not super even either. Now his face is even darker. Scarier looking. It's tough to draw on with the alcohol markers, I'm not gonna lie. So we've done our cardstock, which kinda like it. It's alright. We've done our photo paper. Meh. Oh, excuse me. And then we're gonna do our 180 paper. We only got 20 minutes left, so we're gonna just try to blast both these out at the same time. As you can see, I have like a machine gun style of things over here. But we're gonna move these up. And we're going to just kind of give them a quick once over. Let me move these over here. Then I'm going to put this here. This here, this here. There we go. Alright, light gray. Much more saturated. This is just on the regular copy paper. There's our light gray. Just gonna put it in here. Hopefully I can quit doing the orangutans here someday soon. There's just so many of them. I shouldn't have tried to do a paper test, but you know, I got ambitious. Actually, this is the 80. This is the regular paper. It's just eating up ink so quickly.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Where's that green? I need that green, green. Green, green.
Three, two, one, 0, 0, Discovery, go and throttle up.
Discovery 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicles.
This being my first alcohol marker project, I feel like we're not doing too bad. Not great, but could be worse. papers bleeds differently, so like getting close to the edge is different for each one of these. So it's like not the easiest switching back and forth between papers. But I'm doing it for you guys. For all of you guys out there watching. Alright. Second wind. Let's knock it out. Is this what we did next? Traced hands. The dark gray. And do the dark gray over here. Alright, gray's done-ish. These ones are getting kind of the quick coat. I should just sit back and kind of just enjoy the two that I finished or came close to finishing. They're not great. I think they could both use a lot of work. Needs more browns and different shadings and stuff. Just needs to be like molded a little bit. This one, okay. I stayed away from using blacks in these pieces, which most of the time I rely heavily on black, but I feel like that gives it a real cartoony look. But I also think that look is necessary. Ginger, where's my ginger at? There you are. One last little push. That's the beard. Don't mess up the beard. I think that's probably gonna need another coat of hair. Whether it be brown or red or something. Gonna need to figure it out. But each step is making it look a little bit better, so that's good. I think there is hope if I just keep working, slowly working in more and more color, giving the definition that I'm looking for. Just like with everything, just a lot of work. It's just like your sanding phase when you're doing woodwork. Just a lot of fine tuning. At least when you're working with this material. Nice. Oh, I got 7 minutes. There's this one. Just do this one real quick while we're here. Just give it a little bit of extra shading here. Trying to at least. I don't know, like I said, as I work on it, it'll get better. But I am tired. And I think I'm done for today. It's been a good 2 hours working on this set of projects. They're coming together, slowly getting more and more refined and finished. Let's see. If we can see them all at one time, we cannot. We may be able to, but in order to do that, we gotta do a little bit of cleaning. Just some readjusting of some markers. These are gonna have to come down here. We're gonna play this game. So this one can go up here in this corner. This one can go over here. Oh, man, it's a lot of ink for these ones. So there's those. There's this. There's this one. And like the experiment that we're trying to do is we're testing on different types of paper. Here's our copy paper. It is bleeding like crazy, so definitely have to have a piece of paper behind it. Even the small marks, it almost looks exactly the same as the colored side. You could pass it off. If you like this side better, you can be like, oh, look at this side. Great. This orangutan looks fantastic. Okay, then we move on to our photo paper. This photo paper, don't need the back. Let's see. It's kind of hard to draw on. The ink kind of just didn't smudge and kind of got chunky in weird places. But we did find that if we like really oversaturate, we can get a very nice blended color. And it doesn't wreck the paper. Paper stays pretty intact, which is nice. The alcohol doesn't really affect it. Then we're gonna move on to our 110 cardstock. I'm getting a lot of detail in the 110. The ink absorbs really slowly, so you can really hit it very lightly and just leave like a little bit of color. So definitely better detail here. And then we move down to our 80, which is a smoother type paper. And we're definitely getting like a very smooth look here. I don't know how I feel about any of these. But that's what we worked on. That's what we're trying to get done. I am going to button up this series of 4 here pretty soon. Just because that's a lot of work, and I don't know how well these are going to come out at the end. But we're going to keep trying to push forward and making them better. I think they're getting better every time. And now I have 4 different ones to play with. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining me. It has been a fun 2 hours of drawing 4 orangutans, really. I don't even know which one my favorite is. I really think the 110 paper holds the color the best and gives you the best detail. Whether I know how to shade or not, that's a whole different story, but I think if I could learn a little bit more about shading and shapes, I just feel like since the light's coming from the back here, this whole thing would be pretty dark, almost a silhouette. And I didn't want to do that, so now I have the challenge of trying to make that look correct on this sunset. I probably should have just done it blue, but here we are, and that's what we're working on. Anyways, hope you guys are having a good week out there. Happy Thursday. We'll be back here tomorrow, hopefully with a sanded board and the start of the kangaroo, because I got to get on that. Anyways, guys have a good night, and we'll see you next time.